Hello, good evening, everyone. This is Judgemental, the first episode. This is the new show brought to you by Battle Rap Data, a project of myself, Scomo, and the Plug TV, who have kindly agreed to host us. This evening, we have Ghast Buff, Sam Hypes, and we're going to be getting Grazza on as well. We're awaiting him, so he shouldn't be too much longer. And I could as well, who is the plus more TVC. But as I say, I think just to give people a bit of an introduction to what I'm trying to do here and what this is about. I'm interested in statistics and I'm interested in battle rap, and I think I started Battle Rap Data as a way of combining the two. And in particular, I'm interested in what wins battles and what characteristics winning performances in battle rap tend to have. What performances tend to result in a judge giving a decision to a given battler. And I think with Battle Rap Data, part of what I've done is I've compiled information, I've collected information that's out there already. I've messaged people to get the information that's maybe missing from the public internet. And now I'm moving into the realm of asking people. I have been asking people already. I've been DMing people to ask who've judged battles in the past, who've battled a lot in the past. And I've asked them, who do you think won this battle? Who do you think won this battle? Based on what battlers they would have judged in the past. But the idea of this series is basically I'm bringing together active battlers, because I find that the battlers that tend to judge the most battles also tend to have a lot of battles themselves. So I'm bringing together battlers who have a lot of battles on Premier Battles in particular, such as Ghast Buff, such as Sam Hypes, such as Grazza and iKid. And I'm bringing these people together, and we're having our say. Well, I'm not having a say. I'm staying out of it. I'm letting the guests do their thing. But the guests that I have on this show will be discussing who has won each battle. And we're going to be focusing on the battles that weren't officially judged on Premier Battles. Now, there's some battles that we won't be covering. So compliment battles, I don't have plans to cover those in the series. Concept battles, more generally. International battles, in particular between a UK battler and the US versus Canada battler. We're not going to cover those initially because I just want to hash out the format. Yeah, but I think I've spoken enough about the format that I want this to take and what shape I want this to take. Grazza's not here yet. Sam Hypes, Ghast Buff, how are we?
Good. I'm all good. You good?
Yeah, all good. Excellent. Here. Yeah. So we all battled on Undisclosed 11, which was the weekend before last. And viewers can check that out now on patreon.com/Premier Battles. I think I'm not sure off the top of the head what tier we're in, but as I say, if you head up patreon.com/Premier Battles, you should be able to get that. And as well as that, I know I have a battle in the coming months on Prem, Scomo versus Anderson Burris. You can get tickets for that at premierbattles.club and hit the Ascension link, and you can buy tickets for Ascension in Belfast in July. And do you have any upcoming battles at the minute, or announced battles on Prem?
No. I feel like saying no, that I don't have a battle coming up on Prem.
You only have to refer to battles announced. We don't want,
I don't even have any battles planned right now.
What's that?
I have nothing. I've got nothing locked in. I've got nothing in the pipeline. Yeah. I've got a break. Okay. A break that's a bit of a rare break.
Okay, fair enough. I just want to cover my bases here. I don't want to talk about myself and not talk about yourselves as well. But what I have in mind in particular is I want to go through the battles on Prem that haven't been officially judged, and I want to go through those basically in descending order, starting with the most viewed. And the most viewed battle on Prem that isn't officially judged and isn't like an international battle or something is Shuffle T and Marlowe versus Bobby Rex and Raptor. So I just need to get something up in front of me here. But what are your thoughts on that battle? Like generally, before you say who you thought won, what do you think? Like, were you both in the room for that battle?
I think all three. I was there.
Yeah. What's that? I was there in the building. Yeah.
You battled on the start, didn't you, Sam? Try remember.
Yeah,
Me?
yeah.
No. Yeah. Sam Hypes did. Yeah. I forget what way to point. I'm new to this. But yeah. Sam,
battled on that sort of day, yeah.
You battled Crow, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a sick battle as well, man. The whole event was crazy. But yeah,
it was sort of,
when it comes down to
the COVID bounce back, wasn't it? Yeah. Apex 3.
Yeah, I think it was like the first big one after COVID. The whole card was stacked, man. Like every single battle was really, really good. The crowd was fire. Everyone come out for it. But when it come down to Bobby, Raptor, Marlo, Shuffle, that was. I think if you've seen it, you know how good the battle was. But if you was there to watch it, it was crazy. It was crazy in the room to see. It was one of the best battles I've seen live. Easily one of the best battles I've seen live.
The vibe in that room was truly electric. You know, I think it was like everybody in UK battle rap knows Shufflo. Everybody a lot the biggest bulk of people know Scapegoats. They know Bobby Rex. They certainly all know Bobby Rex and Raptor. They know what they're about. And I think it was just that perfect kind of Bobby Rex and Raptor, I think, really got into the bag in terms of in terms of playing Shuffle T and Marlow with their own game, you know, because Shuffle T and Marlow obviously are famous in UK battle rap for their use of skits and their use of their how performative they can be and how theatrical they can be and how they set up these skits and sketches and how they've really taken that and applied it in the set in the battle rap to really demolish opponents. That's see that there. Oh, that's how I just showed a comment. You know, I'm using StreamYard. I'm running a StreamYard stream. You know, I've just brought up a comment. You know, thank you, Hylas. Thank you, for that pearl of wisdom. You know, and enabling me to show off my StreamYard prowess. But as I say, so the format that I want this series to take in particular is we're going to talk about battles. I have a big list of battles, and we're going to go through them. And some I've been DMing people, and I've been asking them, who do you think won this battle? Who do you think won that battle? And I've been compiling that, and I've been collating that information. But the problem I find is it is difficult, as you can imagine, to chase up all that information via DM. And I think there's something to be said of being able to talk about these things and being able to have a discussion and have a back and forth and get into the nuance of it, rather than just say, oh, this person won, this person lost, you know. And I think the idea behind this stream is to be able to give that to be able to give that to the fans, basically, and let them be there to see it, you know. But yeah, as I say, one thing I will say as well is some of these battles I'll already have decisions noted for them based on what I've been told by the people I've messaged. But some of these battles as well, they'll have some of these battles, there will be decisions that I've gotten for them via DM. So I'll have messaged somebody and they'll have told me this person won this battle, and I'll have noted that in my spreadsheet, you know. So in some cases, I'll only need 1 vote or 2 votes in terms of decisions from this show. So as I say, I'm just trying to find it here now. Where could it be? So I think in particular, for this one, right, for Shuffle T and Marlow versus Bobby Rex and Raptor, I have Rivers giving it to Bobby Rex and Raptor, and I have Free Will giving it to Shuffle T and Marlow. And what I want to say in particular, I'm going to let each of you say who you thought won, but as far as the data goes, I need a way to pick who's I'm taking to put in as the decision. And the way that I have this thought out is I know Grazza is meant to be here, so Grazza is going to be coming in soon. I think it's going to end up, if Grazza comes in, he's going to be the one that has the say in this. You know, if he was in the venue that day. Sam, who do you think won Shuffle T and Marlow versus Raptor and Bobby Rex?
I think so. For me, I think that Bobby and Raptor won the battle purely off. I was expecting Bobby and Raptor to come in with straight out the gate, boys, which, don't get me wrong, they did fall into that a lot throughout the battle. But I remember the first round was just sore jokes and it was unexpected. And for me, I didn't expect it. It was entertainment, man, and it was something different. And I think into the second round, if I remember, it might have been the second or the third, with Raptor doing the accent, and they played off against each other with that again. And it was just not expected from what you would have expected Bobby and Raptor to come and do. Whereas you know what you're going to get when Marlowe and Shuffle come on stage. And that's not a bad thing. But the unexpectedness of what Bobby and Raptor did, really, for me, it edged the battle. But it was so close. But it just had to come down for my personal entertainment. And
would you call it 2-1 or 3-0?
You watch me in the background. I'd definitely say a 2-1 because it was never going to be easy for any of the battlers to win that battle. But yeah, man, if it come down to personal preference, I have to give it to Bobby and Raptor, man. You only have to see me in the background of the video. My reactions to what's going on is, yeah, man, it was entertainment.
Fair enough. And just to let you know as well, we will be coming back to iKid and Grazza whenever they hop in, so we'll be getting their view on it as well. Ghast Buff, I know you weren't in the venue, but
no, I was there.
Can still say your opinion. Oh, were you?
Yeah, I wasn't about.
I'm an idiot, man. What do I know, man? You know. But yeah, what did you think?
I think I agree with Sam. Honestly, I distinctly remember a point during, I think it was like Scapegoat's third. I was standing next to Cooper, and we were both just losing our mind all batter. And I just remember like literally shaking him, being like, "They're doing it. They're beating Shufflo in a 2v2." Because it's like Sam said, it was so unexpected for them to match Shuffle and Marlowe. And I think Shufflo, if I recall right, it has been a bit of a while since I've rewatched this. I remember them having quite a weak first for them. And they kind of like poke fun at it in their own bars that it's not their best round. And then for like
the self-deprecation,
and then for Bobby and Raptor to come out with like that level of like chemistry and pantomime and just completely subvert expectations, and then to go even further into the performance in the second round while also barring people's head off and then going back to their roots for the third round. I'm still gutted we haven't had a second 2v2 from them. Obviously, Raptor is a difficult man to get a hold of, but no, it's phenomenal. It's still probably top 3 battles I've seen live.
Yeah, Hylas says it's not on, is it though?
They should have made a shirt from that. They really should have.
Do you know what? But still. Like, I say that around the house to like every now and again, but yeah, it's not on, is it though? Like that's one of the things. Yeah, that was great, man. Absolutely, that was great.
So you're both agreed that Shuffle that Bobby and Raptor beat Shuffle in that battle.
I think so. Yeah, I think if it was officially judged, I think because I don't know about you guys, but I write differently for judge battles than I do for promo. I think if it was like a title match, I think Shuffler would have written different stuff. I think the fact it was just kind of, hey, let's get everyone a big room and have a big show after COVID. It was kind of like it was just nice. Like it was such a good vibe battle. And I don't feel like Shuffler were as like biting and personal as they usually are. When they've defended their titles, but obviously, if the idea is to take something that was promo and put it under the lens that we would a judge battle, I would give it to Scapegoats because I think they had more to prove and they proved it. But it's still a cracking battle. I think it was 2-1, but I can't remember the rounds.
2-1. Okay. Just to reiterate, I've got a couple of points to make. So this is the first episode. I'm learning how to do this. Future episodes, I think I'm going to get a bunch of clips together and I'm going to play the clips before we discuss each battle just to maximize and optimize the viewer experience because that's very important. And the second point is, just to reiterate, the opinions that I've gotten beforehand, I spoke to Rivers, who I had noted down to get his opinion. He had Bobby and Raptor winning. And I spoke to Free Will, and he had Shuffle and Marlowe winning. So what we're going to do, because like I have like a pecking order, if you will, of whose opinion I'm taking. as the sort of the opinion that I'm going to put on the spreadsheet, basically, and use for the ranking of battlers that I'm going to produce. I have a pecking order, and Grazza, I think, like, it's based on who has judged the most battles on Prem, because I have that data, and so it goes like so Grazza has judged the most out of the 4 that are meant to be on this evening, and then it goes Sam and Ghast, and I think he's only judged 3 battles. And just to reiterate as well, the way that I've picked the people for this stream and the way that I'm picking people for these streams going forward is I'm picking based on who's done the most battles in Prem, because I find that the people that have done the most battles in Prem tend to have judged. Oftentimes they tend to be people who've judged a lot of battles in Prem, and so that's kind of my criteria, and the way I'm sort of deciding the order that I'm taking people's opinions is based on how many battles they've judged. I hope that doesn't seem too convoluted, but I just want to be kind of transparent. And if anybody thinks that I'm trying to rig anyone, or that I'm stirring up trouble, then they can let me know, and I can let them. Oh, I can let them. It's not on, is it though? I clicked that by accident. That's a Freudian slip right there. That's a Freudian slip. But yeah, like I do want to be as transparent as possible, but just about how all this works. But I don't want to bore people either. I would never want to do that. But we'll wait for Grazza. We'll get his opinion, and we'll see what way that battle goes in terms of how we decide it. Bezo Bond and 20D.
Oh, I was literally watching this about an hour ago at my mate's house. Before I come here, we was talking about it, and we was watching that. That's a fucking sick battle, man.
All right, Ghast, what do you think? You like that battle? We all like that battle.
I love that battle. I'm kind of gutted because I didn't get much chance to appreciate this in the building as much as I would have liked to, because I was fresh off choking to Kingsley that day, and I spent the entire day beating myself up. So I wasn't really paying that much attention to the battle, unfortunately, because I was just in my own head. But fantastic battle.
I've been there, man. I've been there. Don't worry about that. Like I mind. Like whenever I battled Kingsley myself. The academy event before that, and I remember like we were the very first battle of the day. I mind just the whole day, just being like I was trying to enjoy the battles, but I was in the pits, man. So I know what that feels like. As I say, we will be coming back to some of these briefly when Grazza comes back. But it's important that we're a show to talk about battles. We're a show to talk about who people thought won battles. So even if your views aren't going in the spreadsheet, I still want to be able to have a show like where we can talk about battles and talk about who we thought won battles. And I just want to come onto a point that Hylas has asked. Would you consider using Ilmac, Avo, and other guest decisions and ruin your day for UKBR battles in your spreadsheet? So just to clarify on this point, the idea behind collecting decisions and using those to create projected judge decisions for a ranking of battles. The idea behind that is what we're trying to do is I'm trying to reflect the way the battles would be judged in Prem. So Grazza is somebody that you would expect to judge battles in Prem. Ghast is somebody you would expect to judge battles in Prem. Sam Hypes is somebody you'd expect to judge battles in Prem. Avo and Ilmac are not. And so, yo, big up Trubs. Scomo the streamer. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of this, I'm good with computers and stuff. So it wasn't even that I didn't find it that difficult to get all this set up, it just came naturally. But as I say, just to hit that point that Hylas made, we want to pick people to come on this stream to judge who would realistically be judging battles in Prem. And that means Grazza, that means Ghast Buff, that means Sam Hypes. That means that the decisions that we come up with will be decisions that reflect how battles would have been judged had they been judged officially. So that's what we're trying to do. So I just want to address that. And I know we're 20 minutes in. I hope everybody's enjoying this so far. I'm new to this. I have a vision for what I'm trying to do. I'm wary, like just to let you know as well. I think part of the idea of this, we're trying to do a show, but at the same time, we're trying to collect those judge decisions to create that ranking. And I'm gonna try and rattle through some of these a bit faster. I'm gonna try and stop rambling myself a little bit, you know. But you know, I'm learning, you know. But yeah, and so we're gonna try and rattle through these a bit faster. You know, because I'm just thinking to myself, I need to get this done properly. But Bezo Bond and Tony D, who did you have winning?
Can we just appreciate how good the flip at Tony's slipping 30 in the card flip was
insane.
Was so good. Was so good. And I think it was the second flip as well. It wasn't the first one. There was one before that, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah. Bizzle's material was so good. Like so good, but the flip at the start of Tony's first round was fucking really good, man. Like it was ridiculous. I wasn't there in the room for that battle, but you seen it how it went off. Like it was fucking something good, wasn't it? It was fucking good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wish I could have been there in the room for it. You know, like I'm kicking myself that I didn't get to see that live. You know, because like I watched it back and I was like, why didn't I travel?
It was a battle. It was a banger of a battle.
100%. You know, how would you call
that day as well? If I remember, that room was so uncomfortably warm. Like it was like the hottest day of the year, and it was just a packed, just a packed figures.
And it's not a big space, if I remember right.
No, there's no air. There's no air circulation in that building at all.
Just to say as well, if people who are watching on YouTube, don't be afraid to hit up the chat function. So go get into the chat and let us know who you fought, won, and lost these battles, because crowd participation, you know. But the Burr for the plug events, Trub says, which is, you know, I think like Trubs does need his credit for the platform that he's built, you know, because Prem was obviously very Manchester focused at the start and in the years over time, and they did have events outside of Manchester, but I think Trubs he's really breathed life into the London scene and resurrected it in a big way. So that needs credit big time. We're appreciating the battle a lot. Who do we think won?
Bizzle Bond.
Why?
Bizzle. I can't remember the exact details of the rounds, but his material was fucking crazy, man. Like there was.
You're not doing yourself any favors with that remark, Sam. You can't remember any details of the rounds.
No, I mean like I can't remember specific angles, punches exactly like that, but I know that his material was crazy, man. Like I said, apart from the flip, which stands out to me at the beginning of Tony's rounds, I had to give it to Bizzle. I think he was on a run of top tier names. Right. Like he was just going through top tier names, and he didn't stop. Like, and for me, Bizzle was, he took that battle.
Yeah,
he definitely.
Just to assure our viewers that's not going in the spreadsheet. Can't remember the bars. What are you? Come on, bro. Come on. Credibility, integrity, our core values.
I can't remember everybody else's bars, man, like that. But yeah, I know. Bizzle's material was just crazy, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, man. Ghast Buff. Who won?
I think I'm going to give it to Tony, because again with Sam, I think that's the best Bizzo we've seen today. Even now, he was meticulous with his writing. He clearly came to give Tony a fight, and it was a bloody good Tony D as well. So the fact that Bizzo made it, that I think it's 2-1 to Tony in my opinion. The fact Bizzo took a round off that level of Tony D, I find impressive. But so many bars.
What round did Bizzo take off Tony D in your opinion?
I can't recall off the top of my head. It's been a while. I will rewatch the battle and I will get back to you with which round. But
good man.
To me, like there's so many quotables from that. That's only like I engage God to play dodge of raindrops in a storm.
Yeah,
you know, with your newfound respect. I just put the sit down and flex to muscle memory of a few thousand reps. Like two of the best schemes I've ever heard in the same battle. Plus that slipped him a 30 flip. Unreal. Uncle's the.
Do you know what I think about Tony D? Right? You see, if you watch a Tony D battle, you can tell if he has a kick up the arse or not. Right? against Bezo Bond, he had a point to prove, right? Because Bezo was obviously on a run, and so Tony knew that he could not rest, he could not sleep. And I think Georgie Roots, it's been a while since I saw Tony D and Georgie Roots, so my memory of that battle's a bit fuzzy personally, but I think from what I heard, Tony D versus Georgie Roots was kind of the same in Nola's chat, and it was like, what do you call it? Sam Hypes has a crossbow just chilling in the background. Crow says. Oh, sorry. Wait, no, that's incorrect. That's factually incorrect.
That's a longbow, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a compound bow. It's a compound bow.
Yeah, it's a compound bow. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
And it's observational skills like that, which is why Crow will be on this show next available opportunity. Well done, Crow. He's writing his bars this evening, so like he's busy, So we'll wish him all the best.
Shout out Crow, man. He's been on the crew as well.
Shout out Crow. Let me see. So
I had him number one personally. I didn't, but
Ghast. So Ghast, you're giving it 2-1 to 20. Yep. Sam, you think Bezo won, but your memory of the bars appears to be a bit fuzzy. We'll wait till Grazza comes in, because I think let me just check. I'm gonna check.
I'll rewatch the rest of the battle this afternoon after we've done this, and I'll message you with some little pointers if that's what you want. We'll do that.
Yeah, I will, because I actually have you. I have your name. Whenever I was DMing people, I had names put in the spreadsheet for specific people I wanted to ask about specific battles. So Sam, I will put your view on. Well, you were in the room, weren't you, Sam?
No, I wasn't.
All right, no. Then I'll not put your. I'll not let you rewatch and put your view in the spreadsheet in that case.
Don't count anymore.
I might. Hang on. Let me just think. Well, if you weren't in the room, I can't really. So I'll check with Grazza, and then I'll check. Ghast, you were in the room for that, weren't you?
For which one? Sorry.
You were in the room for Bezo and Tony. Well, yes, I know you weren't. Okay, but you weren't drunk off your face, and you weren't doing anything that would have diminished your integrity.
I was still teetotal at the time.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. I'll just note that. There is. I want to assure people there is a method to all this. By the way, I know what I'm doing. There is a method in terms of how I'm going about this, and so it's just sometimes I might not recall. Just if somebody was in the room but I can figure these things out, and I am fully transparent. And you can follow Battle Rap Data at Battle Rap Data on Twitter, and I keep people up to date with how the whole process is going. So that's Bizobon and 20D. We will come back to these if Grazza comes through. Let me see. Bobby Rex and Unanimous 2019. So Apex, the original Apex. Bobby Rex and Unan.
I don't think I can remember a lot about this battle. I won't lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't give you.
We're going down battles that aren't judged in descending order of view. So that's why this is the next one.
I've got Unan Raptor next rather than Unan Bobby.
That was there was a judge decision in that. So
I was going to say that's why I was surprised.
Yeah. So it's a weird one because Unanimous was awarded the win in Raptor versus Unanimous, but there wasn't actual judges because I think the judging was abandoned and Unan was given the win because of circumstances that day. Hylas says Unan Body. This is Bobby Rex versus Unanimous 2019. And Bobby had that as a Unan win, says Crow.
I think if you asked Bobby today, he would be like, "No, that wasn't a good day for me."
Yeah, I was speaking to Bobby myself that day. I think that was the first event I was ever at in England. So, fun fact. Yeah, I rapped, and it was the Manchester Academy. I did a cipher, and I rapped on the stage. You know, that's like I just remember that, you know. But yeah, I'm fond of that event because that's when Raptor versus Red Flag went down, you know. So like, you know, I can't knock that event, you know. But yeah, as I say, Harry Baker versus Shuffle T. This is a more contemporary one. This is Undisclosed 10 Liverpool, which is going to be followed up in April with another Liverpool event, Heavy That. Which I'm greatly anticipating. I'm hoping to be at Heavy That in Liverpool in April. But Harry Baker versus Shuffle T, what do we think?
I've got that as a gents 30 for Shuffle. I just think that Harry, he didn't take it light by any means, but you could tell that it was just two guys that really like multis and the structure of rhymes. And it felt like Harry was there kind of to have fun with it. I don't think he was really writing to take Shuffle's head off. Especially with the first round, which is great writing, don't get me wrong, but he's clearly sat down and gone, how can I multi supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Rather than how can I break down Shuffle T's character to get a judge with. But no, I think Shuffle was great in this. It was a gents 30 by all means, but I think that Shuffle wrote more battle bars than Harry did. But great battle though, really good.
100%. Sam, what do you reckon? Harry Baker and Shuffle T?
Yeah, I don't think you can argue really much with what Ghast was saying there. I was in the room for that battle. I battled on that event. It was great seeing Harry Baker battle. It was my first time seeing an Harry Baker battle, but yeah, Shuffle T was. I think he took every round. It was great to see, man. It was fucking sick.
Hang on, handy enough, yeah. One moment. Okay, Bobby Rex versus Gemini.
This was difficult, you know. Like, I think on the day I gave it to Gem by the skin of his teeth. I mean, Bobby clearly took the third because Gem kind of low key threw that one. You know, both with the Yizzy tag in and also you know, with the Yizzy tag in and kind of like having just a send off of Bagnall, which was lovely. And obviously, if it was judged, he wouldn't have done that probably. But like Bobby came out swinging as well. Like I think I give it 2-1 to Gem, but very close first two rounds.
Gem 2-1. Sam, what do you reckon?
I'll have to watch that back and give you a definitive answer on that battle. I can't give you one right now.
You're a big fence sitter from the signs of it. That's what I think. No. That's entirely legitimate. If you wanna get back to me in that, you know. But just to let you know, I spoke to Grazza about Shuffle and Harry Baker already, and Grazza had Harry Baker winning 2-1. So let me just I'm going to note that in the spreadsheet because I think Sam, you might end up being the deciding vote on this. If I'm viewing this correctly, because from what I can see, like Ghast Buff has Shuffle 3-0, and Grazza has Harry Baker 2-1. So it's in your hands, no pressure, you know. But as I say, that's Harry Baker and Shuffle T. Then Bobby Rex and Gem. Let me see if I think I had something recorded in that. I think it's like whoa. We'll move on anyway. O'Shea and Bison Briggs. What do we reckon?
Oh, this is hard to judge because neither of them took it remotely seriously. Like
this was comedy gold.
I feel like if you asked like Briggsy today, he'd give the win to Osh, just because like he's just untapped, just comedy potential. He definitely took the first round. I think his approach was just stronger because it was just classic Osh, whereas Briggsy tried his own comedy, and it was that roundabout floss. It's like it was great, it was funny, but it's not a round that you would give to anyone. It was clearly something he wrote to just amuse himself. I think the second round I'd probably give to Briggsy, like being a bit more targeted. The No, the third round I give to Briggsy, the one where he talks about like more. Oh, which one was the one that Briggsy was about the business? Was that the second round? Either way, I would give the round about making Osh the champion to Briggsy. I know there was one where Osh just freestyled, and it was Osh, it was O'Shea, and it was everything we wanted. That was not a battle to be judged, but if I had to, I would give it to Osh out of the goodness of my heart because he's great.
That's Osh 2-1.
I think Osh 2-1. Yeah.
Sam, what do you reckon?
It's low key unjudgeable.
You don't want, you don't want to judge a battle like this. This is a battle you want to watch and you want to enjoy it. And
this series is where we judge the unjudgeable. We go where no judge has gone before.
Gun to my head, I'm giving it Osh 2-1. But only
every one of these battles is gun to your head.
But you can't be mad if Briggsy won that battle. Like,
no, not remotely.
If it comes down to personal preference and you want an answer right now, O'Shea won the battle, but you could watch that back tomorrow and give it Briggsy and not be bothered about what your answer was yesterday. It's a fucking great
I'm taking that as O'Shea. O'Shea 2-1.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Koj and Georgie Roots. Let me just. By the way, I know I said about Jem and Bobby, but I think I already had all 3 decisions that I needed for that. So, but we had a wonderful time talking about Bobby and Jem, and that's what matters, if you ask me. You know, but it's the friends we meet along the way. But for Koj and Georgie Roots. I spoke to Free Will, and Free Will had Koj winning 3-0. Free Will had Koj winning 3-0. That's a mouthful. But yeah, Koj and Georgie Ritz. Sam, who did you have winning?
Koj.
One. Do you want to elaborate on that at all, or
every round? Do you want me to go?
Yeah, sure, if you want. Sorry.
Yeah, Koj he outperformed him. Koj won that battle, and I don't think that you can really argue it. From my personal opinion, I don't think you can argue Koj won every round of that battle. Okay,
fair enough. Ghast, what do you?
But I rate Georgie Roots. Don't take anything away from Georgie Roots' fire still.
Yeah. No, of course. What we're doing here is we're not cussing people out. We're not saying who's bad and who's good. We're saying who won and who lost, and that's an important distinction.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Sometimes we may say who's bad and who's good, but mostly who won and who lost. But yeah, Ghast, who did you have winning? Koj and Georgie Roots.
You know the mad thing. I think on the day I actually gave it to Roots. Like back when I was a fledgling fan, having only been to a couple of events and still dipping my toes and like learning my preferences for things. Watching it back, I agree with Sam. I think it is quite clear. Another Gents 30 to Koj, but on the day, I think I had the first 2 rounds that I edged to Roots. I don't remember why, because we are getting close to 3 years now. But no, I just think like Koj's like confidence and scheming was better. There was that awkward moment where Roots lost the crowd, and that's that really hampers your momentum, especially like when you're trying to make a really strong closing argument. But
yeah, I hear you.
It just felt like Roots is great. I think like Roots is fantastic, but it was one of those like really unfortunate things where just the phrasing of that one particular bar when you're trying to make a really strong emotional closer to a very like heated personal round, and it just kind of became unintentional comedy in a lot of the battlers' eyes, and it lost him that round for sure.
Yeah, I remember there was whenever Georgie said the bar in question, there was that moment, that split second where I was thinking, should he have said that? And then sure enough, the crowd started.
If it's how he speaks, it's how he speaks. I think it just kind of caught people off guard.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. You know, I suppose every battler has moments, I'm sure, where they write something and they think it's all good, and then they say it and it gets received completely differently to how they expect, you know. So that's to be expected, really. So on that, I spoke to Free Will. Free Will had Koj winning 3-0. Sam has Koj winning 3-0 also. I will get Grazza's opinion in that as well. But that's going to be on my spreadsheet as a Koj win in any case. Just so you understand that. Bobby Rex and Unanimous 2. So Bobby Rex and Unanimous 2023. The good, which people consider to be the better of the two Bobby Yunan clashes. What do we reckon?
Sam? I've not rewatched this battle yet, so I can't speak about that one right now. I haven't rewatched it anyway. I've not seen it for a while, so.
Okay.
I know you sent me a big list of battles, but I can't get through them all that quick.
Yeah, no. Do you know? I'm not mad at you at all. You know, like that's fine. You know, I like.
He's just disappointed, Sam.
No.
Because I know, like, even worse.
No. You're able to take your time, man. You know the crack. But Ghast, you were definitely there that day. You definitely saw it, unless you were elsewhere. But I don't think you were.
I saw this battle. I missed the tail. I missed the beginning of Yunan's first because I was doing a quick interview with Hulk at the time. But I'd already heard Yunan's bars. I'd already heard Bobby's bars as well. Both of them, I'd been, sparring with them the day before, so I knew what I'd missed, and I saw the rest of the battle. What I love about this battle is if you talk to either of those guys, they both think they 30'd the other guy.
Yeah,
and they're low-key right to think so, because they both took very different approaches and they both did their style and they both did it excellently. I'll admit I'm a big fan of Yunan's style. I know everyone else writes it off as like dragon rapping, but I honestly, I'm a big fan of the whole horrorcore. I will murder you in this elaborate way. It's I would do it myself more often if it was remotely believable outside of the face paint, but
the face paint, whenever you put on the face paint, as soon as you do that, I fully believe every word you say. So you're right.
There's a level of believability. Like, no one will believe me, Ghast Buff, saying I will stab a man, but if I turn up looking like a member of Kiss and say I'll wear someone's skin, even though I've taken it further, it works. I don't know. But
what do you think about Bobby's performance in that
one? I think it was great. I love the way that it was personal, but not in a way that felt like he was properly trying to get a Yunan skit. When you can tell when someone's saying a bar low-key hoping they'll swing. It didn't feel like it was like that. It didn't feel as personal as the first match or Raptor Yunan. When that
I think that approach was exemplified by go to the pub.
Yeah,
I think that's
don't give a fuck. Go to the pub. It's just that whole scheme. I think it comes down to what people prefer in the second, because I think Yunan takes the first and Bobby takes the third.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Yunan takes first, but Bobby takes second. And it comes down to which style you prefer, whether you prefer the personal conversational style of just pure character attack that Bobby does, or whether you prefer Yunan's long multi-chains and that whole the classic, what was it, the Casio design scheme, fantastic writing. I'll admit, I'm more of I prefer Yunan style personally, so I would edge it 2-1 to Yunan. But I would never begrudge anyone saying they thought Bobby won. I wouldn't begrudge anyone saying they thought Bobby got a 30. It's one of those pure preference battles, and it's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I think the way I see it is Yunan is very they both do wordplay and direct bars fairly well. I think Yunan does have some direct material. It's not as if Yunan isn't being direct at all whatsoever, simply because parts of his bars talk about more abstract stuff. But the thing that takes away somewhat from Yunan's performance for me is that Yunan, I think at one point in the battle, Yunan went on about Bobby being a skinhead and a racist and stuff like that. And Bobby audibly said at that point, I'm Jewish, and Bobby is of Jewish descent. So, and I knew that. So I was thinking to myself, Yunan is doing a load of angles about something that isn't true. And so that took away from that part of Yunan's performance for me. the rest of his performance, exceptional. Excellent. Like top shelf. It deserved to be on the plug 4. And yeah, like it's not for me to sort of give an opinion either way because I'm hosting. I'm not judging, but those would be my comments, my remarks. And I know, Ghast, that you gave it 2-1. You had a 2-1 to Yunnan.
2-1 to Yunnan, yeah.
Aye. One moment. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The next one is Scoop versus Frankie Fraser. What did we think of that?
I love this battle. It's one of those battles that just lives up to the hype of what it was advertised as and what it was. Just two people that just punch and punch and punch and punch.
Yeah.
I honestly would need to rewatch this. I don't remember how I scored it on the day. I couldn't remember a single round how I scored it. It was one of those just pure debatable battles that lived up to it.
Yeah. Just to let people know as well, Sam has popped out for 5 minutes, but I expect him to be back shortly. We'll rattle. I think me and you can rattle for a few more, Ghast, just while we wait on Sam. And I don't know if Grazza is going to be able to make it at this point,
Probably not.
But no, it's all good though, by the way, I'm trying to bring in I can see people in the chat. I appreciate your messages and that I'm getting in the chat. I'm still new to streaming, so apologies if I haven't been bringing in enough of these. So I've got Johnny Breers, Yunnan 2-1 because Bobby didn't have enough moments. I think like that battle, Yunnan and Bobby in 2023, I think it goes sort of to the soul of UKBR. It's like because they're both doing the wordplay and bars and the directness, but they're doing it in sort of different proportions. So Bobby is more focused, in my view, on the directness and the angles, and Yunnan is more focused on bars, whether they're abstract or direct. I think I do tend to agree that it is pure preference. Let me take a look. London Jen, good to see you. Briggs and O'Shea, Bison Briggs and O'Shea. Briggs got that 2-1 for me from memory. I seem to remember thinking he did take it seriously. I hear that.
Yeah, I may need to rewatch this and I may need to adjust my opinion because thinking back, Briggsy might have taken the second and the third because I know Osh definitely didn't win the third and I might be misremembering which was Briggs's really good round, but just vibes, man. It was just good to have Osh back, and I think that's what everyone was there for, including Briggs.
Yeah, of course. I just wanted to bring a couple of those comments up because I'm trying to do a whole I'm getting the hang of this, But Lazy versus Quill, were you at that event, Ghast?
That was my first event, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah, Lazy and Quill. Yeah, that was Home Invasion, which was an early undisclosed, which was Rap is Full Premier Battles collab event in Manchester. The second Rap is Full and Premier Battles collab after Ireland versus England in 2018. Home Invasion, Lazy versus Quill. How did you call it?
Oh God, I've rewatched this one recently as well, so I should have this reasonably fresh.
Okay.
I think I give it to Quill very, very narrowly, like exceedingly narrowly. Like there are some days that I watch it and do give it a Lazy, but I'm just trying to think of like Quill's opening bar. It was one of the first battles I ever showed my wife. I have never heard her laugh so hard up until the pathogenic train scheme that Viz did. I have never heard her laugh so hard at a battle as Quill's opening 2-bar. So that was the best introduction I could have ever given her to battle rap. But I just think Quill was like, it was great energy. It was the perfect way to main event, especially if you're going to main event with a 1-rounder. That can be quite risky at times because it's not technically like a full battle. But like I really enjoy like Lazy's whole like scheme about what happened with Quill and Joy France. I just feel like I don't know. I just think that Quill just seemed like more. He's, for my money, Quill is like the best physical performer in the UK, and the way that he just got everyone involved and used the whole pit. He's just a natural performer and just got everyone involved. But it's a fantastic performance from Lazy.
Yeah. Okay. I hear that. I need to call somebody out. I need to condemn a heinous remark that I've spotted in the chat. I don't know what you blog about, Cammy, but on this channel, we deal with facts and logic and reason. But you're very welcome, Cammy. This is
Scomo. Surely you're not saying that Cammy has a questionable battle rap opinion.
No.
Surely this is new turf we're treading.
Do you know? I think Cammy could be very wise. He can be very wise if he puts the effort in. If he applies himself, you know. He could truly be.
Shout out Cammy every time, man.
This is blogger wars. This is what they do in the US. The bloggers don't get along. The bloggers fight. The bloggers
settle it. We'll argue over
thrash each other in a mud pit. You know, they don't get along. You know, and we're bringing blogger wars
the same
to
four
UK
people
Ireland,
in the Twitter space. Let's go.
Look at that. Look, just vibes. Just you're very welcome, though, Cammy. Koj and Frost.
Koj took this quite comfortably. I think like it was a good performance from Frost, but like you can't battle someone like Koj when you're writing your bars in the drive down. No, never lost what hope is one of my favorite bars I've ever heard from Koj. Still makes me laugh. It's just a very good performance. Like it was when Frost was like in that position where he was going from mid tier to upper mid tier, when Koj was basically trying to establish himself for the title match that was right around the corner at the time, and it was a great performance from both of them. But I'm giving it to Koj 3-0, gents.
Gentlemen's 3-0.
Actually no, it was quite clear, but it was good for Frost, but it was still a clear for Koj.
Clear 3-0. Okay, I hear you. We should have Sam Hypes back shortly, and we should have Grazza at some point. I've been messaging. I think Grazza's just had a travel difficulties, so we'll not hold that against him. There will be more of these, and this episode, I'm just sort of working out how things work. I've not streamed before, and I'm trying to figure out how best to do things. So that's I'm going to learn from this, and there's going to be things that I do to make sure that this is optimized as it can possibly be. Quill versus Koj. This was promo 1-rounder. I think this may have been short notice because I think Koj was meant to, was it Locksmith or I can't remember exactly, but this was like 2018.
I'm going to hold my hands up here. This battle predates my battle rap fandom, and I haven't actually watched it yet.
Okay. You haven't watched it. Okay.
Yeah, I am still a baby to the scene, unfortunately.
A baby that has battled Anderson Burris and is on the iBattle draft in Waterley.
I have more views than the battle that got me into battle rap. That's weird. That shouldn't be the case.
That's funny, man. That's funny. Koj versus Arc.
I think I gave this to Arc 2-1. I think Koj was a little unpolished for his first round. That I have the worst memory in the world, I gotta say. But I do remember Arc taking the first.
Koj was a little unpolished for his first round. Did you say?
I believe so, if I remember right. There was one round that Koj was a little, not stumbly, but kind of taking those breath and a half between bars before moving on to the next one.
Okay.
I do remember like the Ark Survival Devolve scheme from Kojay was sick. So I believe that was his second, which was the round I gave him. But I give it 2-1 Ark.
Okay. And you're giving Kojay the second?
I think so, yeah. I'll rewatch and I'll remind myself.
Okay. Ark versus Moke.
I missed some of this. I missed a bit of the first round. Not a particularly great performance from Ark. I don't know whether it was the fact he had to rush out the venue or whether there was a just something going on that he wasn't prepped as clean. So I did give this to Scoop quite comfortably.
Sorry, Ark versus Moke.
Oh, versus Moke. Sorry.
Yeah.
Miles away. That one was judged. Why am I talking about Ark Scoop? Yeah. I gave this 2-1 to Ark. And I remember telling Moke this on the day. I can't recall which round. I know Ark definitely got the third round. The whole no loose chat scheme I thought was a really strong closer. They're a little bit of weird extra shit with the bottle. I don't know whether that was deliberate or not, but 2-1 Ark.
2-1 Ark.
Yeah. Okay. I know a lot of people give it to him at 30. I don't think it was that clear. I do think there was a round that Moke managed to edge. Probably the second.
I wasn't saying that as in 2-1 Ark. I was saying that as in I'm neutral, impartial-ish, like I'm not going to be I'm not going to be prejudicing any judges, any decision of any view of any guest that I have on here, But Rivers and Raptor. Now I'm trying to think to myself, Rivers and Raptor. Let me just see if I can find this.
This is another before my time one. I haven't actually watched a lot of early. Was this a season battle or was it? I can't.
This was. It was during COVID. This was during lockdown, I should say.
Huh? Was it one of the Was it one of the Twitch stream ones or?
Let me have a look. Let me see. It was. I think it was. It might have been. It was the Apex that happened during lockdown. So it was Apex 2. I think. It was Apex. Yeah, Apex 2. It was the one that Matter and Union happened. I think.
Yeah, I haven't actually watched this one. I'm gonna watch this after the stream. I didn't know this had happened. I'm not gonna lie.
It was meant. It was one of the many battles that was meant to be Raptor's last battle. So there's been a few of those. So Bootleg says it was same event as Shovel, which is correct. So you will revert to us in that, Ghast. Quill versus Moke.
I'm gonna give it to Quill.
Quill.
It's another one of those ones.
So rather than 2-1 or 3-0, we would say edge or clear.
Yeah, I would give it to Quill via the edge. I think Moke's one of the most slept on people in the scene, man. I know I'm judging against him in a lot of these, but these are a lot of battles that if you read the comments, people say that he got slept, and I don't believe that at all. I think Moke's very underrated, and I think because this was still quite early. This was at Rebuild, if I recall.
Yeah, it was Rebuild. I think what the thing is with Moke. I think Moke was having a lot of battles for a while where he was punching upwards. I think that's fair to say. He was being given a lot of battles, which
Moke that's the thing about Moke is that Moke has almost been perpetually punching upwards. This, I'm pretty sure this was only his sixth battle, maybe sixth or seventh. So
that's mad. If that's accurate, Bootleg remarks, rough day losing to a guy who showed up covered in mud.
I love Quill's antics. I know I'm probably in the minority, but I just love the surely me with my love of full body leather and face paint and clown gear, being a fan of antics can't be a massive surprise, but I enjoy it.
But whenever you're bringing a shovel into a venue, though,
specifically getting Briggsy to sneak a shovel in because you've decided it's part of it. I rate it. I rate the dedication.
Yeah, I'm not prejudicing Quill for bringing a shovel into the venue. I'm not deducting or adding. Well, it's not for me to deduct or add points anyway. But I'm just assuring everybody. But yeah, Quill. What would you say about Quill's performance?
It was, if you're going on a show where like Rebuild, where the idea is to bring the fans back and you want to try and appeal to new ones, I do think having some antics is not the way to go, but you want at least one guy doing it. I think the part where he had the shovel, I'll admit I'm not a massive fan of the shovel. I thought the shovel was a little over corny, but I did love the crowd dive. I thought doing the scheme from the crowd was brilliant. I just thought it was a very, very good, strong, energetic performance from Quill. And Moke held his own, but at that point, Quill's a 9-year veteran, and the experience showed.
Okay. What I think I'm going to do, this is, as I say, this is the first episode of Judgemental, the series brought to you by Battle Rap Data in association with Plug TV. Big up Trubs for letting me have this platform and use this platform and letting me do my thing. As I say, I don't know what the time scale is going to be in terms of how frequently this is. So I will get back to you all on that, and it may be it'll be a weekday evening each time. I can say that much. But I'm conscious that it's just me and you at the minute, Ghast.
Yeah, especially because it's only me judging. But no, definitely, I've enjoyed this, man. This is good. I'm hoping to see more of it.
100%, and I think I'm definitely gonna take some lessons from, because I haven't hosted a battle rap live stream before. So I'm definitely going to take lessons from this first episode I've done, and I'm going to apply some of those lessons going forward. And now that I've sort of had this dry run at this format, I'm going to come back next time, and I'm gonna smash it out of the park, so to speak. And we're gonna get through these. We're gonna rattle through all these battles, and we're gonna get that. I'm gonna get the information I need, and the end result of this will be to build that ranking. And provide that information to the scene. So I will. I think, as things stand, I'm gonna give my salute to the viewers. Hit up the patreon.com/Premier Battles to see me versus him. There's nobody that way. There's somebody that way.
Speaking of controversial judging decisions.
Yeah, we may cover recent battles in the next one, but I wanted to sort of pick out big battles, because I knew that
for sure.
Yeah, because not everybody was in the room for this.
Yeah, get through the backlog as well. It's definitely
yeah, of course. But as I say, I think on that note, on that bombshell, I'm going to sign off. I really appreciate everybody tuning in and commenting and participating this evening. I hope you stick with us for our next episode. Oh.
Do you want to add that to the data rankings?
Well, it's a judge battle, so no, I will not be. Yeah, I do make the rules, right? I'll say that much. So yeah, as I say, on a real one, Jen, I'm not mad at anybody who says Ghast.
No, I'm not mad at the decision either. I think it's a really good performance from you.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I was happy with it as well. But as I say, it's Judgemental, the Battle Rap Data live stream. It's not Scomo and Ghast Buff's loving, in which they backslap each other about their battle. So I'm gonna love you all and leave you. Love you all and leave you all. And I'm gonna say I'm out.